Howdy, everyone. How's it going out there? Nice day here. Beautiful late summer weather in like low 70s, beautiful blue sky. Can't believe another Furrydelphia has come and gone already. Cons always go by too fast, at least in my opinion. I'll dilly dally a little bit more, and then we'll delve into the pictures and videos. Hopefully the sound's all good. Finally get some nice weather, like for the majority of the spring and early summer. It's been very unsettled, I think is the best word. Like a lot of the days is overcast, it'll have rain, sometimes torrential downpours, cold. The one week, like late June, I think it was like up to almost 100 degrees a couple days, and so now we finally have some stability. All right, without further ado, let's get started. Howdy everyone, my name is Stalkaz. Welcome to my live stream. This is Tales of Furrydelphia 2025, and I'm here to talk about my experience at Furrydelphia, which is the furry convention in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And this is my fifth Furrydelphia. It started going back in 2021. It's actually one of the first cons after the whole lockdown because of the what happening. And so so I hold this con near dear to my heart. It's always one of my favorite events to go to. It's It's also a nice breath of fresh air for Manthicon, which is on the complete opposite end of the spectrum. Not only is it geographically the opposite end of the state in Pittsburgh, it's officially the largest convention. It's always at least one of, but now it is officially again the largest attended convention. If you've seen my live stream, I've discussed at length the hustle and bustle, the rushing around, waiting in lines, but it's unavoidable. That's what you get with a large convention with a lot of attendance. That's why Furrydelphia is like a nice breath of fresh air, slower pace, more chill, relaxed, and yeah, so it's nice to have that contrast. So I think that'll be a good time to show you some of my goodies that I got there, and then we'll get into the pictures. Alrighty, so first off, here's my con badge. Yeah, this year's theme is Hoagie Con, and it's basically like a Wawa kind of theme. Wawa's a convenience store chain in eastern Pennsylvania. It might be in other states as well, and there's like a couple around my area as well. And I kind of like the overlap of Wawa. There's also Sheetz is big around this area. Or Rutter's, another local chain is Turkey Hill. So kind of like in the conjunction of all those different chains. But anyway, so Hoagie Con was this year's theme. And every year I always get a t-shirt. So here's this year's t-shirt. And it shows, I believe this is Rocky, which is the mascot of Furrydelphia, nibbling on a hoagie, aka sub. And pardon me, I'm one of the people that says sub, just the way I was raised. I know I've heard the term hoagie quite a bit. Some of the restaurants around here that serve them or sell them refer to them as hoagies. I've always just called them subs, so forgive me. And then on the back, here's what the back looks like. Really, always an awesome design every year. And then it's kind of funny how this year they handed out bags, but if you notice, this is actually from 2023's Furrydelphia. That year was Flat Pack City as kind of a theme of IKEA. For whatever reason, they always choose like stores or brand names or whatever. I guess it's like either an inside joke or a running gag. But so apparently they had a surplus of these, so they handed these out. And then last but certainly not least, here's the comic book. Always a collector's item of mine. Once again, here's the theme of HoagieCon. August 22nd to the 24th, 2025 at the Sheraton Philadelphia downtown. It is a nice convenient location because it's like right in Center City, Philadelphia, just above City Hall, and just east of Logan Circle. Yeah. I'll do a little brief geography blurb here. So, of course, Philadelphia is Pennsylvania's largest city. It's steeped in history. If you're a history buff, that's the place to go. If you're a museum buff, that's the place to go. If you're a foodie, that's the place to go. A lot of stuff to do there. Of course, Independence National Historic Park is there. Of course, it's the birthplace of the nation. July 4th, 1776, where in Independence Hall, which is a little bit farther east there in the old city, where, of course, the Declaration of Independence was signed. That's where the Constitution was drafted and ratified, thus officially making the U.S. its own country. And there's also, of course, the Liberty Bell. There's the National Constitution Center. The first bank of the U.S. is located there. There's the Mint, which makes all the coins for our currency. There's also the Franklin Institute Science Museum. They do like physics and let's see, chemistry, that sort of thing. There's a giant Benjamin Franklin monument there. And it is around in that same area there in Logan Circle is the Academy of Natural Sciences, which is more geared toward like the biology and natural science and that sort of thing, and earth science and geology. So much to do there. Of course, I'll be remiss if I didn't mention. Congrats to the Eagles for their second Super Bowl victory over the Chiefs, and sweet revenge there. So go Birds. Yeah, not the biggest NFL fan or NFL person, but since they're the local team, I always root for them, and I'm happy to see them win. I saw the parade on TV. It's always always a really nice spectacle to see them. All the buses, all the players and coaches, and going up Broad Street, and then of course all the fans celebrating. And then of course they did their victory ceremony on the steps, the iconic steps of the Philadelphia Museum of Art. Of course, the famed Rocky steps. Of course, Rocky, the Sylvester Stallone movie and a series of movies taking place in Philly. So if you haven't been to Philadelphia before, I highly recommend visiting. All right, so after that side tangent, let's go ahead and let's delve into the pictures. Alrighty, let's get to the good stuff. So first, let me shrink myself. There we are. Alrighty, so here is of course, the thumbnail. Tales from Furrydelphia 2025. Yep. And wasn't quite sure what to do for the thumbnail, so like here's just random picture of me. Yep. And then of course the background is the lobby of the church in downtown Philadelphia. Oh, I should bring up. Pardon me for getting sentimental and bring up history so often. Believe it or not, this exact same hotel was the site of Anthrocon 2005. Exactly 20 years ago, Anthrocon was held at this very same hotel. I won't be too repetitive or get too much into weeds, but so Anthrocon originated at Albany, New York in 1997 as Albany Anthrocon. And then the following year, in 1998, Uncle Kage, aka Dr. Samuel Conway, who's the current chair of Anthrocon, he was invited to be guest of honor. And then he was asked if he could run the con going at that point forward, and he cordially accepted in 1999. And then he relocated down to the suburbs of Philadelphia, because that's where he was from. And of course, he's been the con chair ever since. And so it's been moved to a couple locations, and I moved to like the Adamsburg Hotel in the southern part of the city. And then it was held there for the last time in 2004, because the building was slated to be demolished, which it was. And so Uncle Kage then found I forget exactly the name, but it's where this current hotel is in 2005. And so it was held there just for that 1 year. And shout out to BBF, aka Big Blue Fox. I believe they're from Germany. They do a lot of like vintage con videos, especially Anthrocon. And if you're curious to see what it was like 2 decades ago, there is a Anthrocon 2005 video, which they go around, of course, show lots of scenes and sights. And in fact, they actually did the fursuit parade at this venue. And what they did was they would all congregate at the main ballroom, and then all the fursuiters would descend down the escalators and then make their way outside, and then they all posed for their group photo outdoors. So I thought that was really awesome. It's crazy how 20 years ago. So it kind of came full circle. But I won't get too deep into Furrydelphia history. The con chair is Drain. He's been hosted it since its inception in 2017. It was held, I believe, in like the outer suburbs again. And then, let's see, in 2019, it was relocated to Valley Forge Casino. Valley Forge, of course, another very prominent historical place, if you know your U.S. history, site of the Revolutionary encampment, the U.S. troops under George Washington's command, suffered that very brutal cold winter. So that's a nice historic place there. But anyway, there's also a casino, and of course that's where the furry convention was. Now I come into mix in 2021. It was held there once again at that same place. That's when I started going, and then from 2022 onwards, it was been relocated here to the Sheraton downtown Philadelphia, and it's a really nice hotel, really really nice venue here. Yeah, so that's all I'll say about the history. Hi there, hero. Good to see you. Yep, certainly. Anywho, let's move on. Enough history. Alrighty, so actually, now what I have to do is I have to remember to tell the story in chronological order without getting too far off the rails, off tangent. So I left mid-Thursday morning and I got here to Philly. I live about like an hour and a half away, 2 hours with traffic in this case. There was quite a bit of traffic, but it still got there relatively easily. And this day it was awful on drizzle, but anyways, you can see gray skies. So got there, got checked in, and met up with my roommate. In fact, he was actually he arrived just a short time before I did. Ash is my roommate. You'll see quite a few pictures of him. I first actually met him at Furrydelphia last year, and a really cool guy. And yeah, so it was nice to hang out with him. So anyway, got there. There's a shot outside the window. And here's facing the other way. Now, in the distance there, that skyscraper with the like the point sticking up, that is the tallest skyscraper in Philadelphia, also in the state of Pennsylvania. It's called the Comcast Communications Center, I want to say. And then off to the very, very far left is the Comcast Center, which was the former tallest building. So, yeah, as you can see, yeah, we're right in the downtown part of Philly. Oh, it's you, Kevin. Yeah, good to see you. Hey, Max. Always good to see you. Alright, here's a view of our room. This is like right after I arrived. I just love the way the hotel is. Like of course you'll see plenty of footage of the con space and of course the lobby. I love the big bright open area. Love the design. I allude often to the chandeliers, kind of reminiscent of Philadelphia's 30th Street Station, the Amtrak station. Kind of with that. Rooms are like modern looking, but they're not uber modern. And I like the word art on the walls there. And so, anyway, yeah, enough of the architecture. But anyway, yeah, I always love coming to this hotel. And of course, there's a familiar face for you. That's been a tradition of mine to like take a picture of my fursuit head immediately upon arrival at cons or other events. All right, so there's of course is yours truly on the right, and then Ash actually has two different, well, fursuit and like another outfit. So in the middle there is his snow wolf. It's like a snow leopard wolf hybrid. Yeah, it's his Ash suit. And then last year he had the one on the left is Nightfall, I believe, is of course like a skull dog. And if Ash, you're out there, correct me if I get anything wrong. Anyway, so yeah. Alrighty, so let's see. Oh yeah, so staying on topic, I gotta remember my chronological order. So yeah, so we drop off our stuff in a room, and then the registration got pushed back a little later. Not too bad though. So here we are, kind of just congregating out in the main the outside of the main ballroom area, and it kind of like herded us like cattle, but that's all right. And so yeah, here I'm kind of just wandering around trying to figure out the line. Always love the skylights there. Yeah. And then eventually make our way to the registration room. So here's the line for registration. It was a little longer than last year's, but it wasn't that much of a wait. It was less. We were in line for, I would say, maybe between 30 to 40 minutes. So it was moving along. Yeah. And then there's a view facing into registration. And if you notice that ticket booth to the left, it kind of represents or excuse me, resembles SEPTA. SEPTA is the Southeastern Pennsylvania Transportation Authority, the regional rail and subway service for Philly and its suburbs. And this will come in a little bit more convenience or a little bit more significance later on. I had no idea. I just thought it was like a prop, just like a random prop or whatever. Here it's SEPTA, of course, furry pun. But I didn't realize what the purpose of that was until after the fact. So, anywho. Alrighty, so yeah, here's another look at my goodies that I got. Yeah, there's the 2023 bag. There's my badges, the comic book, the shirt. And another view of showing the back of the shirt. Alright, here's another view outside the... Actually, this is at the elevator bank, the windows facing out. So here you can see the view facing, I want to say northeast. Yeah, in the center of the picture, you can see the Vine Street Expressway, which is Interstate 676. It cuts right across the middle of the city. It's like an underground highway connecting I-76, which is the Schuylkill Expressway, with I-95 going along the Delaware River, and then when you cross over to the Benjamin Franklin Bridge, it takes you over to Camden, New Jersey. All right, here's a view outside the hotel. And here's another view. And then, yeah, so there, the tower there, of course, is all the different room floors. This year is about, I would say, about midway, just slightly above midway up. I'm trying to remember what year. I think, shoot, was it last year or was it 2023? One of those years, I was like on the very top guest floor, like the second to highest floor. The highest floor is the rooftop ballroom, which is used for certain events during the con. And I was like the floor just below that. Alrighty, so yeah, after I registered, got my badge, decided to head out onto the town to grab myself a bite to eat. So this is on the way to my dinner, and then here you can see, let's see, this is, oh my gosh, I'm getting a brain fart. Inevitably, I get these brain farts. Penn Center, I want to say, yeah, or Penn Place. Oh my gosh, I'm supposed to know this. Liberty, or is it Liberty Place? Yeah, it's called Liberty. Excuse me, Liberty Place 1 and 2. 1 has the tower and 2 does not. So this was, if Liberty Place 1 was before the Comcast Center was the tallest building in Philadelphia, the tallest skyscraper. Liberty Place. See, all right, and this is Race Street, and this is outside Rex's Pizza and Beer. One of the restaurants that Drain recommends. The nice thing about Drain is he's of course a local of Philly, so he knows all the good eateries around the area. And in the comic book, every year he has a dining guide that he personally recommends, and so I go here every year. It's kind of like a loose parallel with Pizza Parma and Anthocon. They don't do the dog bowl things, but you know, they're right around the corner effectively. Yeah, they serve pizza and subs and wraps and all that. Ironically, I never get pizza here. I usually go for the wraps and all that. But yeah, good food, good service. And then this year it was nicely partnered with the con, and we got like I think it was a 5% discount. Yeah, with our badge, which is nice. So I'm trying to remember, what did I get the first time? It was like, oh yeah, chicken Caesar wrap. So it's like, just imagine like Caesar salad but rolled up into a wrap. Hey, there's Ash. Hey, good to see you. Yep. So yeah, this is later that evening. There's the Furrydelphia sign. Yep, on the wall. All right, so here we are. First much footage. So yeah, just me wandering around the lobby Thursday evening. A lot of staff still setting up for the con. Few people are in the suit already. I get into the suit shortly afterwards myself. There's a restaurant there. There's the chandeliers. I got to put up. Oh yeah, there's that guy's name, Johnny. I forget the guy's name. Yeah, he's a character. He's just an attendee, he's not staff, and he makes that well known. But he's good with like coaxing and encouraging like the crowd to dance and all that. He's just a good vibe. Yeah. Oh, Hero. He was my roommate. Yeah, he's also known as Ash. Yeah, roommate and friend. Yeah, a lot of awesome suits. Oh, and as a side note, if you were here for my Anthropon live stream, unfortunately I caught con credit. I felt like absolute crap. You may or may not have noticed that. Thankfully, now I'm in pretty much perfect health, so that's a bonus. Yeah, so I'm just wandering around. It's really cool, like watching all the setup and all that. Yeah, there I am holding my camcorder.
Hey, it's me, Stalkaz. Flip myself around. Hi. Here I am at Furrydelphia 2025, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. This is my, let's see, fourth Furrydelphia. I started coming in 2021 when it was at the Valley Forge Convention Center. And then ever since 2022, it's been here in Center City, Philadelphia. I always look forward to this con. It's a nice change of pace and nice breath of fresh air from Anthocon, the hustle and bustle, the running and lines and waiting and all that. Here it's one place, one-stop shop, beautiful, really nice hotel.
That's cool,
I know
Ash.
this before, but everyone hasn't heard it before. In fact, AnthroCon 2005, 20 years ago, was actually held in this very same hotel. Yeah, before it relocated to Pittsburgh. So yeah, I'm here. It's Thursday night. Got here a little earlier, actually in the afternoon. Yeah, so I got checked in, and then came down and got registered. This year's theme is called HoagieCon, with Wawa. It was a Wawa theme. Wawa is like a convenience store chain similar to like your 7-Eleven or another local convenience store to me is Sheetz. So that's this year's con. Yeah, and the shirts are really nice. Like every year, they seem to get more and more awesome. I just love the t-shirts. I always get one after I register every year. So yeah, they're the first night of the con, so people are still setting things up, and so yeah, I'm looking forward to the con, and so I'm just gonna walk around and yeah, enjoy the sights and sounds.
Yeah, try to not to ramble too much. Just off to the left is where the dealer's den is. That didn't open until Friday morning, so it's all Thursday evening that people are setting up their booths.
Ever since I got here, I've run into so many people I know. It's really nice. Got lots of hugs. Yeah, obviously I'm not in suit yet. I'm planning to suit up a little bit later tonight and do the raves. I always look forward to that. Speaking of familiar people.
Yeah, there's Star. Yeah. Friend of mine. I love
Look who it is. It's Star. Hi, Star. I'm already at it recording for my YouTube channel. Yeah, it's an obligatory hug.
You're so cool. You have a YouTube channel.
Yes, I do, but it's small. But it's still something. I've been doing it for 5 years. But yeah, I do it mainly for like memorabilia and stuff like that. But yeah.
One of my favorite. One of my
I'm gonna give you a quick hug.
One of my favorite.
Hi, Stalkaz.
Hi.
It's the
Blue Dragon.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Good to see you.
Oh, good to see you. I mean, good to see you. I've already met you.
Yeah, one of my favorite YouTubers is called the Carpetbagger, and he just vlogs, just traveling America and everything. And it's so cool because he makes a living off of it.
My boop Star. That's right, folks. Star and I go a few years back. I actually think we met here 2 years ago at Furrydelphia.
Yeah.
And yeah.
2 or 3 years at this point. Yeah.
So I'm gonna suit up a little bit then, but right now just kind of wandering around.
Yeah, this is my first time suiting.
Yeah.
So for the con.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. I'm gonna go walk around.
All right.
All right. See ya.
See ya.
Bye bye.
Yep. Like I said, super nice guy.
Yeah, this
So-
year they've changed a lot of things around.
Excuse me. So this area, I think they call this like the fish bowl because like the glass wall. Anyway, this is where like the safety and all that stuff is.
I quickly correct myself. That's
It's
actually where the con
staff
store is.
office. I already took a peek ahead at the con book, and it looks like they rearranged this floor like from previous years. Okay. Oh, my mistake. Here's the public safety. See, I'm already incorrect.
His name is Star, S-T-A-R.
Yeah, so in years past, this is where the panels used to be in these rooms here. It looks like they relocated the Headless Lounge to the right side. Yeah, this used to be all panel rooms on the right side. The Headless Lounge used to be behind these double doors. I'm trying to remember what they said they're going to be in there. Oh, I think that's the artist alley in there. I think they probably expanded it. Yeah, they're adjacent to the dealer's den.
Yeah, this is the right spot. Thanks. Yeah, okay. Regular one is just next door.
So, yep, this looks like this is the escape room. This used to be the quiet room in previous years where people would go to want to get away from the noise and the hustle bustle.
Thank you.
There's a quiet room in there. Back here where it was an additional panel room. Not sure what that's going to be used for now. Let's see. Yeah. So I say kind of change things up and mix things up a bit. Yeah, there's a sign for the artist alley. As you can see, people are setting up. And it looks like, yeah, it says no photography, unfortunately, so this is as good as it gets from here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
this
see
used to
my
be panel room 1. Yeah, I believe that's where the night market, 18 plus dealer's den is going to be.
Yeah, so if you see my Intercom footage, I took quite a bit of footage of their dealer's den, which is gigantic, as you might imagine. Their policy is no photography, so obviously I did respect that. So you won't be seeing any real footage of the actual space.
Oh no, we left 30. I left 30 minutes away, so I didn't spend money on it.
It's such a different vibe, like the Thursday night setup, and then
All right,
the
let's
peak
go
of the con.
upstairs. That's still the same. There's where registration is, as well as the main ballroom and the secondary ballroom. Up here's a peek into the dealers den they're setting up.
And it's Sunday night after closing
I wish
ceremony.
I could go in there, but
vibe.
you gotta respect their policies.
Yeah, it's just slowly fizzling out.
Sun setting. Most of the day was overcast, and I encountered a few raindrops on the way here. It looks like it's clearing up. Like the rest of the weekend, it's shaping up to be good, nice weather. Last year, the first couple of days, we were experiencing that tropical storm. Is it called Debbie, I believe? Yeah, and it was like torrential downpours on the way here, and it was raining a good bit of Friday, and like the rain would come cascading down the skylights. It's almost like standing underneath a waterfall. So there's the information desk, and I believe the charity has like a little place set up. This year's charity's Dance Safe, the same charity as last year. There's where you go for the registration. There's an old ticket booth with SEPTA. SEPTA is Southeastern Pennsylvania Transportation Authority, which is like the regional rail and subway service for the Philly area.
I didn't notice the pun at the time, SEPTA.
Yep, and then here's where on the right side is the secondary events ballroom. And then over there is where the main events ballroom is, and that's where all the big events are, like the opening ceremony, the dance comp's going to be there. That's always a highlight of the con. Closing ceremony, charity auction, all that stuff. And it looks like here's the gaming area. Same space as before.
Yeah, later on, people bring in like gaming consoles and TVs and all that, so it's not just like board
Look at
games
that,
or card games.
like sunset.
Also,
Yeah,
you
the
know,
camera doesn't do it justice. It's a lot better in real life, but anyway. It's great to be back here again. I remember coming in this last year, but you see the chandeliers. It's very reminiscent of the Philadelphia's 30th Street Station, the main Amtrak train station here in the city. Very like Art Deco, vintage, old-fashioned train station. Very huge main concourse. Yeah, so yeah, I forgot to come here earlier. Got down to the second floor. So this is where the panel rooms are. Last year, I believe this is where they had the dealer's den. This is the other half of the dealer's den, but now it looks like they shipped everything over. Yeah.
kind of spooky because I'm literally the only one going back here. Yeah, like the panel rooms are a lot bigger this year than years past.
Yeah, it's just totally different from last year. So there's panel room 1. Oh, look how big it is. A nice big room there. Let's see, there's panel room 3.
It's funny how they have 3 and then 2. They kind of flip-flop.
Yeah, that room's bigger too. Still panel room 1 over there. All right, and panel room 2's down at the very end here. Okay, so this looks like Power Room 2.
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily call it spamming, but you know, I appreciate your engagement.
Here with nobody else here. Yeah, there's people setting up the dealer's den again.
Yeah, the deals, ironically, just due to schedule and all that, I really didn't have time to attend any panels except for like one, just the way that it pans out.
See, I'll try to attend as many panels as possible. Unfortunately, even here in Furrydelphia, there are scheduling conflicts. For some reason, the opening ceremony is scheduled for 12:30 tomorrow instead of like normally it's earlier, like around 10 or so. Because there's one panel I really wanted to attend, but it directly conflicts with that.
Yeah, I think it was at 12 noon. They had a panel scheduled for like history and memorabilia, and that's right up my alley. But unfortunately, it overlapped with the opening ceremony at 12:30, so I was not able to attend that panel. All right, here's the other video. Oh, by the way, just a quick little advertisement. So right around this time next week, next Saturday, 2 p.m. Eastern, I'll release the actual con video, the live premiere of that. So you'll see this video again. But yeah, I just felt like, you know, incorporated to the live stream now.
All right, so what I thought was the safety area is actually now the con store. So it looks like it's behind these glass doors. Con stores where they sell all the merchandise and all that good stuff. I already got my T-shirt when I registered, so I don't have to go here. I might still poke my nose in just to see what else they have to offer.
All right, here's some pictures of what we just saw. Yeah, there's the panel area. Oh, I would love to meet you too in person. That'd be nice, Kevin. Yeah, that's like I mentioned. Yeah, I wish I had more time to attend panels and all that, but you know, you just kind of have to roll the punches and prioritize as it always goes. All right, here's another view of the lobby. And there's a sneak peek into the dealer's den. There they are setting up. Yeah, view of the staff office. I believe that's where the escape room was last year. And then there's the public safety office. I think that's where the staff office was last year. Let's swap places. Yep, and then there's your headless lounge off to the right, and then the escape room farther down. I never actually did the escape room. I heard it's a lot of fun, but I've never tried it. Alrighty, and off to the left, yep, there's your artist alley, and then the 18 plus dealers den behind there. All right, here's the dances the first night. A little lightly attended just because it's the first night of the con and people are still getting in and getting settled and situated. I wish I could would have taken more footage of the dances, but I had so much fun like doing the dancing that I really have the opportunity to take much footage of it. But it was so much fun. I love it. Like every con, I enjoy them more and more. Alrighty. There's that bubble stand. Remember that from last year? Yeah, and all the proceeds go to charity. Cool suitor there. Yeah, true, Max. Yeah. Yeah, they also recommend you bringing earplugs. Now, the first two raves, Thursday night and Friday night, I wore my fursuit, so it kind of acted as a not like natural earplug. But then Saturday, well, actually Saturday I wore something else. So, but yeah, you have to be careful and also visual as well. So, cyber, thank you, Ash. Yeah.
This,
Oh, speaking of Ash, there he is on the left.
cute fursuit stuff.
I forget the guy in the right thing for the women. Yeah, off beside his eye there. Temporary pirate.
Biggest dance I can do is that.
Slight wardrobe malfunction. There we go. All better. There we are.
Yes, I believe it's still Thursday night. Elevators were too bad. There were some points where the line was on the lengthy side, but the elevators are pretty quick. Yeah, so it was moving.
Alrighty, it's me again. So, for dinner I went to Rex's Pizza and got myself a chicken Caesar wrap, and then devoured that. It's always very good food. I just realized when I got back, I had read the comic book, and here they offer a 5% discount to Congoers, but I didn't know that, so that's all right. And yeah, Chase Steaks, Chase Steaks around the block, they offer like a 12.5% discount, so I'm definitely gonna take that offer up. Anywho, so after my meal, I decided to wander around, and then later on I suited up and I went to the rave, and I got myself nice and worn out from that and tired, so I got back to the room desuited, cooled down a little bit, and now I'm back roaming around, see what the night brings.
Yep, there's the two of them again. Yeah, more footage of the dances. I believe, yeah, it's still Thursday night.
Yo, Furrydelphia 2025! Woo! Let's do this shit! Yeah.
Love your suits, by the way.
Thank you. I made by myself.
Oh, even
Very
more props to you.
talented.
Wow, yeah.
I love sewing.
Yeah.
Smart and talented boy. I'm
Yeah.
just talented, not smart. Yeah.
You gotta have smart to be
he's
talented.
a little bit of a himbo. I'm very. I just learned how to sew off of YouTube. I've been doing it ever since. I know.
You did a heck of a good job, though.
Kind of a himbo, but still very talented. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's okay. We love our himbos. It's great. It is Himbo Awareness Month. Ooh, it is? Yeah. Oh.
Alrighty. Pardon me for beheading myself. I just want to give myself a little breather. Yeah, Friday and Saturday the rain was really hopping. A lot of people here. Yeah, it's funny how like I know it's some bigger cons, excluding Antarcon, like Sunday evening, they have something called the Dead Dog Dance, which is just Dead Dog because like everyone's tired from attending the con and all that. It's winding down. Like when it came to like especially Friday night, they should have renamed that the Dead Horse Dance because I felt dead after all the dancing. All right, so fast forward now. Here it is, Friday morning. Now, the view outside the room. There's the aforementioned skyscrapers. They see the beautiful blue sky. All right, and then this is a view of Shea Steaks right around the block, and yeah, I believe they're on Race Street as well. And I believe they just opened like last year or whatever, because yeah, they were brand new. Like I remember going here last year, and I went again this year. Very, very good cheesesteaks. On the pricey side, but you know what? It's okay because I go there like once a year, so it's justifiable. And then I was like looking out for like the like Drain mentioned the discount, and then apparently like the discount only applies to a select number of items on the menu. So I ended up just paying for a regular cheesesteak at full price. But again, it's once a year, so that's my justification. Anyway, the food was amazing. And a good service too.
This is Zavala the dragon, running him all the time. Got my hug fix in.
It's Zavala. I see them all the time at Furrydelphia and Antarcon. I love their suit.
Cool. Yeah, just hanging out for the opening ceremony.
Yeah, so I had my cheesesteak and then I went to the opening. Oh no! Before that, I went to the dealer's den first, and then ate.
All the clouds cleared out.
And then I went to the opening ceremony, and I was just wandering around afterwards.
For whatever reason, the opening ceremony is a little later this year. It's at 12:30. That's all right. So went ahead and went to the dealer's den right at 10 o'clock when it opened and checked them out. And then I went down to Shea Steaks just around the block. Got myself a cheesesteak. They're on the pricey side, but it's once a year, so why not? Yep, and now I'm hanging out here and waiting for the opening ceremony to get started.
Okay, I'm a little out of order before the opening ceremony. Here's a view of Avala again. This view is a stage in the main ballroom right before the ceremony gets started. There's Drain showed off the Woo Woo shirt. So we play on Walmart. For those of you that don't know Drain, he has a really wicked sense of humor. Very tongue-in-cheek, sarcastic. It's Uncle Kage has a sense of humor, but in different ways, kind of more like the dad joke, sort of, dry sense of humor. Drains like I always appreciate. I like people who have a sense of humor. All right, there's a view of the stage. Again. Okay, now I believe this is after the opening ceremony went out. Here you can see some of the gaming consoles. Remember, I think it was 2 years ago, like they brought in like actual like couple full-size arcade games. A lot of stuff there. I've never spent any time at the gaming area. Like I do game on occasion, but yeah, it's really cool that you have that option. A lot of people bring their instruments. I play the oboe for those that don't know, but I just don't feel like lugging along or playing. Obviously, the trombone, playing along with guitars. The one night, I think it was Sunday night, so I brought the saxophone along, like that. And there is a talent show too.
All right, here I am again. The opening ceremony just let out. always a barrel blast. Drain has a very wicked sense of humor, and he always does like a Q&A afterwards. Some of the questions are good, other questions are like, why even ask? But in any event, now I'm just ambling around, and later on I'm gonna suit up again and see what the con brings.
Alright, I'm not exactly sure if this guy has a name or whatever, but it's like the vintage like 60s or 70s like aesthetic with the afro. Alright, here's a familiar face. This is Lightning Flash, really cool suitor, and he made that fursuit himself, slash MLP suit himself, and it's amazing, like the LED lights and everything. Yeah. I just get blown away by like the talent that always, a lot of people possess. Yeah, a little weird. It's a little weird seeing myself, because normally I just started doing that recently. Started to be more interactive with my recording. Yeah. Alrighty, and here we have some fursuit hugs. Yeah, I think that actually is Trexter there on the left. I don't think this may be the first time I met him. Like, I remember actually standing with him in line at registration. I'm not sure who the person on the right is. Yeah. A Ringo Starr. Maybe not. Alrighty, picture time. So then I'll see there's yours truly on the right. And then just to the left of me, or to the right of me, my other right, is I'm not sure his exact name, but it's a dragon fursuit. And then just aside of him is Lint. And Lint actually made both his and the dragon's fursuits. Yeah, he's really talented, super nice guy too. Ran into both of them at Anticon as well, and here, yeah, both are nice. And then I'm not sure who the person on the far left is, but I love their suit as well. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Trexter and Fout. Okay, good to, yeah. Oh yeah, and speaking of whom, the there's Ash there, standing off to the right. And this is, I believe the persona is Chesterbrook, Dutch Angel Dragon. Also goes by the name of Arid the cat. I've run into him quite a few times. Yeah, I think I've actually met him for the first time back in 2021. I remember running into him at Furrydelphia. Yeah. Alright, there's the two of us again. And then behind us, standing there, is Ash, another Ash, and then Flame, I want to say. Yeah. In fact, they actually met at this very same con, I believe back in 2022, if I recall correctly for what they said. That's actually when the two of them met, and then they ended up getting married recently. And then I think they said they're actually spending their honeymoon at the con. Yeah. So that was pretty cool. Alrighty, again, more familiar faces. Okay, so before I get too far ahead, let me just recall the chronology. Yeah, so Friday afternoon was kind of just chill time for me. Didn't have any schedule. So, went around with my camcorder, and then later on went around suiting up, as you saw. And it's always fun just doing that. And then, let's see. Oh, yeah, and then this is Friday evening. This is called the Claim Your Flowers event. It's basically like a dance battle event. And it was cool. I kind of stuck it right toward the tail end of preliminaries. It's called like the auditions. And then it's hosted by Keto, a familiar name of the dance scene. Yeah, I like how he hosts things. Anyway, so yeah, they kind of like, they did their preliminaries, and then what they do, that the judges confer, and then they choose the top 8, and then the top 8 move into the actual like event. So I was able to get a good seat right in front. And by the way, shameless promo. I'm gonna throw that video out there sooner rather than later. At some point, yeah, I'm gonna upload it, throw it out there. It's not gonna be a live premiere, it'll just be there for your enjoyment. All the way up to this point, I already put out the opening ceremony's entirety, the closing ceremony's in its entirety. Last night was the live premiere of the dance comp video, but still out there if you guys want to see it in its full event. I got a little more detail later on. Oh my god, amazing event, amazing experience. Yeah, so that's out there. Obviously, doing a live stream now. I mentioned before, next Saturday, 2 p.m. will be a live premiere of the actual con video, and then somewhere in between, at some random point, I'll throw out there to Claim Your Flowers. Now, the thing was, I went down there with my camcorder, but it did not bring the spare with me, stupidly. because originally I was not going to attend this because like I was thinking about going to other panels and like, oh, this, you know, why the heck? So I go in there anyway. I attended and I'm glad I did. But the problem with that being is that eventually my camera battery runs out. So then I would have to switch to my cell phone to record that, and the quality's not as good. So, and I had to cut out, so like some of the judge callbacks I had to cut out, but that's the thing. So basically it started with the top 8, and then of course then the judges decide which of the 2 wins, and then they progress to the next round. And then and then it's a different format. Normally with a dance battle, you have one person dance to one piece of music, and then another person dances to another. And then there's like a time limit. In this case, there's for each round there's two different songs. So dancer 1 dances to song 1, and then dancer 2 dances to song 2, and they can go as long as they want, or they can just like do this to cut it, whatever they want. And then what happens? And then dancer 1 dances to song 2, and then dancer 2 dances to song 1. So like it was a little confusing, but it made sense. So it was cool. Like they mixed up the format, and then. At any moment, any of the dancers that were eliminated could do a judge callback. They could call out one of the judges, and they could do a battle, like a side battle. So that was cool seeing that. And then, of course, there is a little plot twist at the end. I guess I'll mention. So then eventually you have your semifinals, and then the 2 winners of the semis move on to the final, and then the 2 people that didn't win would have a 3rd place battle. But the plot twist was then the 3rd place person ended up being pulled back into the final. So instead of a 1-on-1 for the final top spot, it ended up being 1 versus 1 versus 1. So the top 3 battled for the top spot. Yep, Raves. Yep, the Dino Dog. I love them. Amazing suitor, amazing dancer. Yep. All right, so here we have Johnny again. Yeah, and then. Let's see, and then here we have, this is Eve, a.k.a. Flinch. Yeah. If you know from their bat fursuit. Yeah, unfortunately that suitor's name escapes me. Oh yeah, and then as soon as the other suitor was finished, there's a Dragon, forgive me, I just call him Dragon. Really amazing break dancer, and he was actually one of the judges for the dance comp. So the 2 of them battled, and then Dragon ended up winning the battle, and the other dancer was having little physical difficulties at the end, and it's kind of like they were kind of like in a boxer ring, and the people were around him like fanning and giving water. And then Dragon holds him up, showing that he's okay. So, yeah. Yep. And then here's a Dragon in action. It's just his mad skills. There he's standing on his head. Yeah, no worries. Yep, there's Keto, the MC.
So, for those of you that were not here in the intermittent between prelims and finals, also welcome to finals.
Let's see. Obviously, I'm not going to play the full video.
For those who are here, claim your flowers is...
Yeah, oh yeah, there's Raves. Yes, I'm slightly biased. The Raves is always one of my favorite dancers. So I'll just watch Raves.
Game don't like them a queen bitch. I bullshit. I'm a damn name man. All black fit. Fuck it, don't fighter. I'm like, go see how I'm coming like I'm a fighter. Everything I do, get jacket just like a blazer. Got them on all the shop. Feels only blue. Like a bruise. Better yet, who are you? I be in the cut like I got me in the room. I think I'm a creature was born in the black lagoon. Feels only blue. Like a bruise. Better yet, who are you? I be in the cut like I got me in the room. Wave like water, I'm a lot in this lost. Wine like a copy, I'm on the same cost. I'm not from the south, I pull up in a flight sauce. I am one of one, I ain't no bitch roster. I'm used to get done, son of a gun. Told you I'm in all black, looking like none. The numbers that you're proud of being flagged and known. Every time I go to school, backwards like a mom. She's not gay, shit's fake famous. Young niggas throwing chopsticks like Brandon. Every day they try to bite like.
So this format, they could dance as long as they want to the end of the song, or they could stop at any moment to save their energy, whatever. So yeah, some dances do one, some dances do the other. Oh yeah, that's Jules. That's his opponent. Jules is an amazing dancer too. It's the first time I've actually seen them dance, and they have mad skills. I mean, they're all talented. Let's say what it is.
I think I'm a creature who's born in the black moon. Bills on the blue, like a bruise. Better yet, who are you? I'll be in the cut like I got me in the balloon. I think I'm a creature who's born in the black lagoon.
The thing about the dance battles format is that it's impromptu. Like you don't know what music you're gonna get, so it's improv, and you really have to think on your feet, literally. But the funny thing is with Jules, like I've seen him out of their suit, and he look almost exactly like their persona, especially like the hairstyle. Like dancing is one thing, dancing in suit is another thing, and then dancing improv without any preparation. I mean, that's what makes it so impressive. Like these people, I mean, yeah, I'm just blown away by the talent. Oh yeah, here's the final round. It's the 1 versus 1 versus 1. So for this one, each dance to there's 3 different songs, so they each have a turn at all 3 songs, and then of course the judges have to make the tough decision of picking the winner. Oh, let's see. Oh, let's play the whole thing. That's not that long. So this is the third and last song in the final round. Yeah, there's dragon. It's a little tricky because, like with breakdancing, you know, it's just like basically hip hop's the main, the music of choice for that, but he makes it work. Yeah, here's Eve again. some of the music choices leave me scratching my head, but you know, there's a variety. That's a good thing, so because it makes it fair to everyone to have a variety of different genres of music. And that just shows you, like, with dancing, it's not just your talent and then your prowess and proficiency, but it's also interpretation. Look at that. See, that's exactly, it's just a good case of it right there, like your interpretation of the music. Okay, so I don't have the video announcing. So spoiler alert, Eve ended up being the winner. So like the judge announced who it is that gave them the vase of flowers. So Eve was able to claim their flowers. And congrats. Just from my layman's perspective, I thought that Jules should have won, and it would Dragon be a close second. But you know, the judges have a lot of criteria to judge. So anywho, fast forward ahead. So after attending that, I went ahead and suited up again, and then I went to the Friday night dance. And I keep forgetting that Drain himself is actually a DJ, so he was doing some of the DJ stuff. And then it's nice that, like, some of the fursuiters go on stage and do some dancing. Yeah, the nice thing about Raves is he's very approachable. He always welcomes hugs and pictures and all that, so that's nice. Yeah. All right. Yep. So there's Drain and at the DJ table with the backwards cap and the woo woo shirt, and then off to the right there is Trip. Yeah, Trip, the one holding his hand up. Yeah, really awesome bean. Yeah. All right, here's our two familiar faces. Unfortunately, I don't remember the guy on the left, but the guy on the right I ran into as well. Dumont, yeah, like, also those Kind Wolf. Yeah, I've seen them plenty of times. Both nice guys. All right, I think. Oh yeah, this is yeah, okay. So this is Saturday. I decided to walk to the Reading Terminal Market, which is about 4 or 5 blocks east of there on Arch Street. It's called Arch Street because eventually you get to Chinatown. And there's a big, the big gateway arch, or not the gateway. It's not St. Louis, but it's like a big arch, and so that's why it's called Arch Street. Anyway, so like right before you get there is a Reading Terminal Market, which is like a giant like food market / farmers market / indoor food court. And there's something literally for everyone, and so you can. There's so many different food choices there. So I ended up getting a hero, like, or gyro, spelled gyro, like a Greek, pita. So I ended up getting that, and actually, Reddit Turbo Market was also right across from the Pennsylvania Convention Center. And if Furrydelphia somehow explodes in growth, which you never know could happen, it might be relocated to that venue. Yeah. Oh yeah, so this is I believe called Love Park, because like I don't think you could see it there, but there's the love sign, like the Philadelphia logo, and then off in the distance that's the City Hall building with William Penn standing at the top of the tower there. Hey, there's Lightning Wolf. Good to see you. All right, here's inside the Ready Terminal Market, and then here it says Lancaster County Market, and I hold there. This is significant because that's actually where I live in Lancaster County, just west of Philly. And Lancaster itself, in the city, there's Central Market. They're open Tuesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. It's like this, but a smaller scale. And a lot of good food choices, a lot of Amish vendors. I think there's some Amish vendors here at the Ready Turbo Market as well. Anyway, as soon as I walked in the entrance, I saw this. It's like, I got to take a picture. Yeah. There's just a random shot of it's a busy area. Like I said, tons of different food options. All right, here's the aforementioned place where I got my hero. It's called Olympia Hero. Yep. Lots of different options. I remember. I think I got the grilled chicken hero, and a side of fries. Yep, so I came back, ate, and then went around with Ash a little bit. He was shooting around, and then I myself went shooting. Oh yeah, this is when Ash was my camera person. Ash was kind of to be my camera guy, probably be around as I'm shooting. Yeah, so just wandering around. There's that Wawa. It kind of looks like a trash can, but they're supposed to actually be a bid to collect money for the charity. Yeah, off in the distance to be able to see that's Enzo or Winston, the dragon persona with like the monarch butterfly pattern. They're a nice guy as well. Yeah, Saturday afternoon, I believe this is kind of like the peak of the con. But the majority of the people are there. Yeah, they got next to Enzo. I forget his name, but I've seen him around. Oh yeah, there's Apocalypse of Caribou. I love the golden hoops especially. No, Kevin Diamond isn't here at the moment. That's what I've said it a billion times, but it holds true. It's so nice that you don't have to like hike a mile and a half to get anywhere. Like in Anthropon, it's so spread apart, so spaced out. Here, you just go down the elevators and bam, you're right in the middle of the con. There's a star in the back, you can see him partially. Oh, I go for another hug. I forget that dude's name, the guy that holds the bones. I love his first suit, his persona. I think that guy's name is Google Chrome Tony or something. It's MLP persona with Google Chrome symbol. Yeah, I love their persona. They go.
Here, let me, do you want to take a picture of them?
Circle. This bulldog.
Is everything good? Yep, I'm just setting up your camera.
Oh, awesome. Thank you, man. Great, thank you.
Where's his phone?
Hold on a sec.
Oh, it's like stupid. that black shirt, by the way, is last year's shirt, the Furrydelphia shirt. Vine Street Distress. I can't talk today for some reason. Vine Street Distress Way. Just being goofy. I know it's said it before, but I just love the way it's like those science fiction skylights.
Sorry.
Yep, so I ended up wandering just a little bit, and then later after there's a cool dragon person. I forget the name of that dog persona. I met them at Neanderthal. They're also have like Lucario fursuit. Really nice person. Yeah, but later on is the group photo for the fursuit picture for the con. Still suffered a little bit. My feet were killing me, but it wasn't as brutal as last year. It's like wait for seemingly an eternity.
Mind you, they come through with that. They come through.
Go ahead.
Me just being goofy. Like I'm still working on like how to act in the suit and all that. You know, I think they offer like panels like advanced suiting or whatever. How to act in suit. Cause like especially when I like poster pictures, I'm always like awkward. I never know quite how to pose. Yes, I mean there's no really excuse. I can watch videos. I'm sure there's videos online, and I can always just practice in front of the mirror. Railings, you gotta be careful on railings like loose and jiggly. There's and so Lightwolf, the green there, one of the dancers in the dance comp.
I'm gonna say a few words. Say
Oh,
a few words.
I'm sorry.
Right now.
Soren Sky. His name's Soren Sky. My bad.
Yeah, I'm in person, obviously. If you're at Furrydelphia 2025, Philadelphia, I'm having an awesome time.
Hold on. Okay, so I'll just pause briefly here. So this round table here, I'm not sure the exact name or term for that, but anyway, so there was this attendee named Dyer something or other, and unfortunately they passed earlier this year, and I didn't really know him at the time, but I heard he was a really nice guy, and it turned out that he actually sat in front of me at the dance comp last year. But again, like I didn't know who he was or anything, but like I learned just passing through other people. Anyway, so there was like a little memorial thing where you could write like your thoughts and kind of like written eulogy or whatever, your thoughts and comments and all that. So just FYI, so just FYI for that.
Major props to my friend and roommate Ash for being my camera person. Always appreciated. Yeah, so I'm just walking around here, seeing who I pop into, seeing a lot of familiar faces and fursuits, and yeah. So lots of hugs, lots of photos. So yeah. I'm gonna mosey on down back to the lobby, and then we'll call that a wrap.
Oh, you're likely you're going to a US con? So that's cool. Oh yeah. Yeah, the railing. I don't believe it is. Like, he was there, but for whatever reason, I didn't run into the door. I think that's that other doorman for something. There's a Vala again. Yeah, run up to him, like ambush him. Comment in just a couple minutes first. Here's Rurik, another character. Here's Captain Steve. Super nice. Yeah, I believe that's a race in. It's better on like a ferry. It says do not poop, and I put my finger on it, nibbles my finger. I didn't tell you poop in, I just put my finger out. Oh yeah, that's when they introduced himself. Yeah, they had the Lucario first and then Anthropon. That's a cool dragon person. I got some version later on. This Apocalypse again.
Just being goofy again. Yeah, I don't see myself being in any dance company anytime soon. Unless I take it more seriously and I practice and all that. I'm perfectly fine with being a spectator. And I'll do my dancing for the Raves, that's great. Alright, into the video. Thanks again to Ash for being my camera guy. Alright, there's Ash again with Trip. There's Apocalypse, and the other persona's name escapes me. See if I can zoom in on it. Shannon. There we go. Yay, badges. Yep, Shannon. Fortunately, I don't know this guy's name, but really awesome suit. And there is Alexei. They go by a different name, but Alexei Jackal. Like an Anubis. Yeah, sort of persona. I love Anubis. And then there's Churro. Speaking of jackals, there's Churro Jackal. I met him for the first time last year at Furrydelphia. There he is again. Yeah, it's one of the Zuri Studios fursuits. I loved it so much. The amazing fursuit. All right. So before I get too far ahead, let me remember the storyline here. Before I lose the plot, literally. Hey, Kevin. Yeah, good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, Sophie. So, yeah, that's right. So I did the suiting around, and then I did the group photo, and then after that, went back to the room and just rested a little bit, and then let's see. Oh yeah, then I prepared for the dance comp. Okay, so the dance comp always like the highlight of my con experience. Always my favorite event of everything, and this year was no exception. Brenda Banks was the MC for the second year. Brenda was the winner of the 2023 competition, and then I MC'd it last year, and like I said, this year again. So Brenda was kind enough to actually save me a seat. So originally they say they'll save me a seat in the front row, so I have a good shot, of everything. So I went ahead and did it, and then they're like, no, sit here, and they put it to like a seat at literally the judge's table. So I was like literally sitting next to the judges, and I was like, oh my god, I can't believe this. So that was really nice of them. Major shout out to Brenda for arranging that. So anyway, so this is like shortly right before it starts, and the person walking here in the black shirt, that's Ripley. They're actually like the coordinator of the entire event. So yeah, I didn't really know any of this. So it was really cool, like seeing all the different behind the scenes stuff going on. So yeah. So let me see. Yeah, so I was there. I felt really humbled too being there, in that seat. But anyway, I thought I had like a prime shot of everything. I know I said it before, but if you guys want to check out my dance comp video, it's out there on the channel in its entirety and everything. And yeah, so as usual, everyone 24 entries. Everyone was amazing, very entertaining. So much talent, so much diversity, and yeah, the judges always have a difficult task when they score everyone and to choose the top 3 and all that. This year's, let me see. Yeah, this year's winner is the first suitor named Kate. I've never known, that name never rang a bell. I never saw them perform before, but they won it. And the judges actually said, or Brenda announced that during the prelims, of course, you had to audition to get into the final. They were the only dancer to get all perfect scores from all 3 judges, or all judges, however many there were. So, okay, that's cool. You're there for 2 days. Okay. Yeah, there's multiple Kevins. So anyway, so yeah, so major props to all of the competitors there. All right, so there it is, Brenda Banks. I'm seeing it. Okay, I know I step a lot over Raves, but let's just sit back and enjoy Raves' performance. Yes, I'm biased. These my favorite. Either JB. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that will remain a mystery. The fire alarm. Oh, that's fortunate. Were you intending on competing? Or just watching? Yeah, at the end of the performance, every race performance, there's always that the plane sound. It's like I compare it to like a chef's kiss. Yeah, so just I love their style, their look and everything, and yeah, I can't help it. But that's the thing. That's the really cool thing about dance. There's just so much variety, so many different genres, many different styles, different interpretations. You just never know. It's always a good mixed bag of stuff. Yeah, so like in the middle of the competition, all of a sudden the fire alarm randomly goes off, and like what is going on? And then basically we were told that we could disregard it. Was a legitimate fire or emergency, so we were just all hung tight. And then Brenda did a good job with the punches, stalling, just interacting with the crowd, asking questions and whatnot. And yeah, so yeah. So thankfully the disruption was very minimal and brief. Oh, they're trying to compete. Didn't make it. Oh, I saw it. I totally, yeah. Well, yeah, best of luck to you. Best of luck in that endeavor. All right, of course, right before the judges announced the results, of course, all the dancers on the floor, and yeah. It's funny because, oh yeah, by the way, there's Dragon, one of the judges, the breakdancer. It's funny because he ended up announcing the first place winner, and like he's like, number one, it's me. I thought that was kind of funny. No, he said no, it's Kate. Yeah, so major props. Yeah, so the winner is Kate. The second place is Keithy, familiar face, both as a performer and the judge. And then third place is someone new. Again, I've never met them before or saw them dance. Atomic, and they were really good too. I mean, so many good. Yeah, and then Dangerous Duo was the honorable mention. It was a duet between Keto and who's the other? Shoot, forgive me for not knowing their partner's name. It might come to me later on, but they were really good. I love them. I love the interpretation. It's almost like a theatric performance. Like there's like a little bit of a storyline going with it, like telling a story. Yeah. Yeah, it annoys me. I can't remember his dance partner's name. Oh well. They were good, regardless. Oh yeah, so there's by the way is Kate. Upon hearing the announcement that they won, celebrating. Yeah. Alrighty. There's the Philadelphia Flyers mascot, of course, the NHL team. Forgive me for not remembering the name. I don't really watch NHL, so you have to forgive me for that. I believe, yeah, this is, fast forward to Sunday morning. Just me wandering around the lobby. It is Alexei Jackal again. There's Grapes the deer. Really nice guy.
Down the back alley?
Okay, so actually, I'm getting a little too far ahead of myself. Okay, so yeah, went to the dance comp, amazing as I said, and then afterwards, oh yeah, went back to room. Oh yeah, and well, I hung out with someone first, and then decided to let's see. Oh yeah, then I suited up, and then this time, instead of suited up as Stalkaz, I decided to do my like alternate outfit. Now they advertise this thing called the Terminal, which is kind of like a night market. Like a lot of cons are doing night markets now, like more 18 plus stuff. And so I was definitely interested in doing that. Unbeknownst to me, that my friend told me that you had to like sign up ahead of time, and I didn't know that. So I literally did not get the memo on that. So remember when I showed you that SEPTA booth early on? That's actually where you were supposed to go to like register for that. But I see I didn't know that at the time until after the fact. So unfortunately, I missed out on the night market, but that's all. That's all right. At least I know for if they decide to do it again next year. However, despite that, so I went into my alternate outfit. I'm not going to show that here, but anyway, it was fun dressing up as something different than just seeing the horse. And it was kind of funny because like I would go around the con space and at the dance itself, and then I would say hi to people that I knew. And then they had no idea who I was, and then I showed them my badge. It's like, oh my god, it's just kind of funny surprising them because they never saw me like that before. But like I had a blast as usual at the dances. So, yeah. So yeah, did that, and okay, then fast forward then Sunday, and then yeah, so Sunday I decided to yeah, suit up again and wander around the con. Oh yeah, and I also went back to the dealers. I went back to the dealers a little bit on Saturday. Did it again on Sunday. Just wander around. Let's see. Yeah, then here I am recording people again, and then I decided to suit up again. Quite a bit on Sunday. Sunday's like a nice laid back kind of chill vibe. There are still panels going on, but I like just wandering around and absorbing the whole atmosphere. And then always like right around, I want to say maybe 2:30 to 3 p.m. in the afternoon. That Johnny guy, the dancer guy, he always does this thing called the Cupid Shuffle. He has like a boombox that he carries around, and it leads people dancing. I think I do have video footage of that, but I mean that's like a nice tradition that he does every year as we're kind of like wandering around, and eventually we go to the closing ceremony. All right, let's see, moving on. There I am.
Howdy, it's me again. I forget where I last left off. Been having so much fun. It's kind of hard to chronicle everything at once. Anyway, so I think I might have left off on Friday night. Anyway, so Friday was a blast. I went, did a lot of suiting around, got myself nice and tired, wandered around. Let's see, yeah. That's when I went to Shays Steaks for lunch, and then got myself a nice cheesesteak right around the corner from the con here. And then afterwards, what did I do afterwards? Some more wandering around. Oh yeah, and then I suited up and did some of the raves / dances. Got myself nice and worn out from that. And then Saturday rolled around, and what did I do Saturday? Oh yes, that's when I wandered around town and ventured into Center City, Philadelphia to the Reading Terminal Market, and I got myself a hero. Yeah, and those are the gyros spelled like gyro, but that was really good. Reading Terminal Market's just a few blocks away from here. It's basically like a indoor food court. Lots of good food choices there. And then after that, I came back and yeah, that's right, I suited up, and then that's when my roommate Ash was kind of to follow me around with the camera in my first suit. I did some of that, and then we did a group photo at 3 o'clock. And as usual, it was miserable and I was tired and feet hurting, but we got that done. And then what did I do after? Oh yes, that's right, and then I desuited, and oh yeah, and then of course the highlight of the marquee event was the dance comp, and the MC Brenda Banks was very kind and very gracious enough, and they were nice enough to save me a seat in the front row, which I did. but I held myself to a seat in the front row, and then Brett is like, no, right here, and he pointed to a seat at the actual judges table. So I was like literally sitting right next to the judges, and I was just absolutely floored. I couldn't believe that. I mean, I couldn't believe it. So yeah, that was definitely a really amazing experience. The dance comp, as always, is always a good show, and congrats to all the competitors, especially the top 3. And then after that, yeah, I decided to do another rave, and this time I did my alternate outfit. If you know, you know. If you don't, well, then you don't. So that was fun doing that. Definitely a different vibe from my normal fursuit. And anyway, yeah, so did that well to the wee hours of the morning. And then now it's Sunday and just hanging around. Did a little shooting earlier, and now I'm just hanging around waiting for the closing ceremony. And then as soon as that's done, I'm thinking about going over to Rex's Pizza again. And then the rest of the evening, I don't really have much going on. Just kind of wandering around. So, yeah.
Alrighty, so I just realized there's actually a funny story. So this is going rewind back. I keep forgetting stuff and coming back. So Saturday night while I'm wandering around and then of course doing the raves. So here I run into Riley, and super nice guy, a good friend of mine. And then he asked if it were possible to room with me just for Sunday night, because his current roommate was checking out on Sunday, so he needed a room for the Sunday night and the Monday. And I said, yeah, that's cool with me. Let me just check with my other roommate to see if it's cool with him. And so I was going back and forth between the two, like relaying like Pony Express. And I said it was cool with him too. I said, I mean, that's great. So then, so let them know, you definitely, you can room with us for the last night. So then, bright and early Sunday morning, I run down, and stupidly, I did not bring my ID with me, what I was thinking. So I went to the front desk to ask, as to was like, I need a third person, could I have an additional key? And the guy said, do you have your ID? I'm like, oh crap, I left it in my room. So I had to run back to my room. Then I came back down to front desk, same guy was there. He's like, hey, here it is. He's like, okay, great. So then he goes ahead and hands me the additional key. So I text Riley, like, hey, I got your key. I'll meet you at your room, give it to you. And then as I'm going, and ironically, his room was on the same floor as my room was. So like on my way down to Riley to give him his key, here Ash is trying to get into our room, and his key won't let him in. It was kind of funny. It wasn't funny at the time, but it's funny now looking back on it. And like he was locked out of the room. He's like, WTF? And then I tried my key. My key didn't work. But then thankfully, the new key did work. I'm like, oh, I wonder if our keys got deactivated when I got the third key. So then I had to. I took all 3 keys, and I make another trip down to the front desk, and I explain what happened. It's like, yeah, we need all 3 keys. So then he reactivated all 3 keys. Then I was able to give Ash his key back. I was able to give Riley his key, and all's well that ends well. But I thought that was kind of funny. Let's see what happened to the plushies that I did have on Sunday while I was at work, because I was only there for 2 days. Oh, okay. All right, there's JD Puppy, talented dancer, often judge at different dance comps. Yeah, it's always good seeing him. So I guess I'm trying to remember if this is before or after the closing, and this might have been still before the closing ceremony. Yeah, so like yeah, let me see how far I need to get before talking about closing. Yep. I believe this guy's name is Blueberry Pancakes, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure. Can I zoom in on see? Yeah, too blurry. All right, there is Ash again as his Nightfall. Yeah, Nightfall persona. Yeah. Alrighty. Wonder why. Guess this. I think this is still the photo from Friday. Yeah, that's somehow that snuck in. Like, why are we back in Thursday again? I wish I could do that. I wish I could have done the con over again. That would have been awesome. But yeah, some of they got stuck in there. All right, okay, Back to the Future. All right, another view of the lobby. This is still Sunday afternoon. That time warp did not happen in real life. All right, here's the aforementioned dragon fursuit I mentioned. Yeah, really cool. All right, some of you guys may know who this person is. For those of you that don't, this is Buddy. Now, I don't know that much about him, but I know he's like, I would have put this as best as possible. He's been around for a while. I'll put it that way. He's been around for a while, so he's, yeah. I like, you might tell from the appearance, yeah. So, like I mentioned, I often watch old vintage con videos from days of yore. And Buddy, I've seen Buddy in like some of those old Anticon videos. The videos are old, I'll put it that way. So anyway, it's cool seeing him, and then to be able to see him in person was definitely a treat. So yeah, there he is. Yeah, you may or may not have. I'm not sure. Here's back again. I have a partner who's like, do something.
This is Ash doing random fursuit stuff. Totally impromptu.
Got a cool suit in the back, I just noticed.
Alright.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's Ash. Ready to piggyback. Good shenanigans. Nice view of the floor. Here we go. There's Johnny. Oh yeah, first he's playing Sweet Caroline by Steel Diamond. There's Dragon doing his little breaking. Actually no, first is Tequila. My bad. This is Tequila. I keep getting ahead of myself. Yeah, that was Tequila. Let me rewind it. I just want to double check something. Never mind. I thought I saw someone I recognized as somebody new, somebody different. There's Sweet Caroline. Yeah, there he is warming everyone up for the Cupid Shuffle. Here we go.
If you know how to do it up there, you might as well hit it up there while you're at it. Let's go!
Oh, you were the Cleaver Flowers event. Okay, nice. We go free dancing lessons, right? I was holding the camera, so I had to be still. That's my excuse. Yeah, I love that. All right, so there's yours truly, with the other Ash and Flame. Yeah. All right. Oh, by the way, these are all pictures that I found on FurTrack. Yeah, these are not my own. Oh, so that first picture was some random guy. So like you can't really credit. So we just asked like a random guy to take a picture of us. Okay, so this is from Ibarra. This is during one of the raves. I want to say Friday night's rave. By the way, there's hello brain, Riley off to the right. Yeah, there. Yeah, I have like my shades kind of off, not wearing them because like it's really dark in the dance hall, and then with the shades on, I'm practically blind. I wore them a little bit, but I decided to move them up so I could actually see. Yeah. And these are more pictures from Ibarra. Oh yeah, this is Sunday evening. I decided to, like, rather than do my full suit, I decided to just wear my fursuit head. Yeah. Oh, by the way, there I am wearing my Furrydelphia 2023 shirt. Yeah. There I am with Captain Steve. There you can see me with my shades on. Like, the funny thing is, like, in a con space, like, whenever people ask for pictures, most of the time I forgot to move the shades down on my eyes. Like I wouldn't wear them, like, I wouldn't go around wearing them. I just, like, but half the time I forgot to move them down. See, so I look kind of goofy with them, like, half down. Oh, same picture again. It's worth a second look, I guess. All right, this is by F&M Wolf. Oh, thanks, Kevin. Oh, I think, yeah, that's Chevron Wolf there in the back. Yeah, I thought I had a picture with him. I run into him all the time. Yeah, at the Furrydelphia and Anthrocon, super nice guy. Yeah. I was thinking I had a picture with him, but maybe not. Or maybe, I think he had someone take a picture of us, but I don't think I've ever seen the actual picture. I'll have to ask about it later. Oh yeah, there's a Vala with me. So yeah, like we were chatting for a little bit, and then all of a sudden he like leans in. I'm like, okay, whatever. And then here they were. I didn't know at the time, but they were taking a picture with the two of us, but I didn't even see them out of the corner of my eye. So there it is. Kippy is the name of the photographer. Okay, I see Sophie. Alrighty. Closing ceremonies. So there's Drain in the middle holding a mic, and then the other staff there, the other directors, and then of course there's Mother Inferior off to the right. They always lead the charity raffle. I don't really attend that at all, but yeah, they do that. And also during the Make It Rain event, they're the money collector. And so yeah, so closing ceremony is always bittersweet. Like we talk about all the fun memories, you know, he announces all the numbers, and then also next year's theme, and then of course sadly the con has to end at some point, so he declares it closed. So yeah, so the charity, they raised over, like, I think it was actually over $20,000 with all said and done. So to Dance Safe, they were the charity again this year. I think I have a graphic of the numbers. Oh yeah, and after the Make It Rain event, basically during that time, the attendees are encouraged to donate whatever, you know. It's like Mother Inferior collects the dollar bills in the box, and then they have a card reader, and one of the other people has a card reader, and they accept card donations as well. And then there's a money counting machine off to the left there, because if you were to count it by hand, it would take an eternity. And they're the representatives from Dance Safe upon the announcement of how much they collected. Alrighty, here's the final announcement. So, Philadelphia HockeyCon. So, the attendance was 3,777 attendees. So, that was a significant increase from the previous year. Yeah, so it's good to see it that grow like that. And, yeah. And just say thanks for each and every one of you. And, again, big shout out to Drain and the entire staff for putting on the con. And I always love going to Philadelphia. It's one of my highlights of the year. And they always do a good job running it, and met so many amazing people. Good catch up with the people I've already known, and yeah, I had a blast. Let me just see if there's any more pictures. I think that's the end. Yes, that's the end. So yeah, that's let me just say. Oh yeah, so that's the end of the con. However, it's not the end of my experience. Let me just see. Yeah. All right. So let me. All right. So let me go back and enlarge myself. Here we go. So, after the closing ceremony, so like I went down to Rex's Pizza again, and this time I got, I got a chicken finger wrap, which the name sounds kind of funny. But it was really good. It was like how there's like the breaded chicken fingers was inside the wrap, and then it had like a honey mustard sort of sauce. It was so good. So that's what I got for dinner, and then that evening, yeah, I just went down in the con space, the lobby. In that case, they were already in the process of tearing everything down, so I pretty much just hung out in the lobby. I just wore my fursuit head out of laziness. And then I went down again just as myself without anything, without a fursuit head. And then it was nice chatting with people, catching up. And then, let's see, that pretty much was the rest of the con. And then bright early Monday morning, everything's all packed and headed back home. Yeah. So that was my con experience, Philadelphia 2025. Oh, before I get too far, I should have mentioned next year's theme is called Spirit Halloween. Of course, the play on the Spirit Halloween stores that often occupy the store space of like recently closed stores. So yeah, that's next year's theme. Another Halloween, similar to what Anthrocon's doing next year with the cryptids, creatures, curses, something like that. There's a lot of Halloween themes going on. So yeah. All right, so I guess I'll just chill here a little bit longer. See if you guys have any other questions or comments. Yeah, look forward to seeing you again. Yeah. Alrighty, on that note, I think I'll officially wrap things up. Again, had an amazing time in Philadelphia. Cannot wait to go back next year, make some more awesome memories. But yeah, thank you everyone for attending this live stream and hearing me yap and listening to my memories and all that. Anyway, so yeah, I appreciate you guys watching. And on that note, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. This is Stalkaz. See ya.